The plane.
Bosh the plane.
I think one of these days we should invest serious marketing money in a sign being pulled by that airplane above us.
Yeah?
Saying, go listen to the Energy is Love podcast.
Sounds fun.
That
We
would
should
be
do
funny.
it.
I don't think we're going to.
No?
No, we don't see that much marketing like that around these parts.
Well, maybe that's because nobody's been genius enough as you to break into that. So that's the thing that we do right now.
That's the ticket.
That's it.
That's the big money maker. You are listening to Stephanie and Craig on the Energy is Love podcast. If this is your first episode, welcome. It is a fine spring day, and we are happy that you are here joining us in our backyard for this episode titled Something or Another. You can go ahead.
I was like, we should just call it the anniversary episode, but not of the podcast, of us.
Who knows what we're going to talk about, though?
Well, I'm definitely going to talk about that.
That's a good teaser.
For a moment.
People can go listen, subscribe, and watch. Yes, one day watch us on our YouTube channel because we're going to be doing some live videos. Not live videos, but a video podcast on there.
We're going to do something with the camera.
We're doing. You'll like it. Trust us. In the meantime, go subscribe everywhere else. And yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for honoring us with your presence today on this fine day. EnergyIsLovePodcast.com. So yes, dear, it is time. It is time for the episode that is about to follow this introduction.
Is it 188?
It is it? Oh my God, I think it is. It is episode 188.
I don't know, I whispered.
Shh, don't let them know.
I was just asking without everybody hearing.
Right? Don't want to let them all in on the secret, but it's episode 188 titled, Here We Go with 188. No, but we'll just get to it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy another wonderful episode with the beautiful Stephanie and the incredibly handsome and smart, intelligent Craig. Here we go.
You're listening to the Energy is Love podcast.
Energy is Love.
The Energy is the Love podcast.
The Energy is Love podcast.
Energy is Love.
The Energy is Love podcast.
The podcast for the universe.
The Energy is Love podcast.
We have the breeze blowing.
Yeah, we do.
It's so fucking beautiful outside today.
It is, but the breeze has given me that hint of a chill, and I'm like,
It's cutting glass time. And getting them a little.
I'm gonna see if I
Little
can
frosty?
poke you in the eye from over there. I'm like, thunk. After you say something, I'm just gonna like pop a shoulder and let it right in the eyeball.
Stab me with your nipple. So this is a special day for Stephanie and I. That's not only why we wanted to record, but ooh, I popped my hip out. That was the chair, dear.
I was like,
not my actual hip.
What? 911.
Today's our anniversary. We talked about it a little bit on the previous episode, but today is the day. Even though when you listen to this, it's not going to be the day, but today is our day. It's our anniversary, and we are underneath the willow tree that we got married in our backyard.
This is close to the time too.
Is it?
I think it was around 4 or something.
I want to say it was around noonish.
Was it noon? Whatever. It's
Yeah.
still during the day, and there's a bird in the tree, so I say it's the same.
There's a bird.
Look at, he's right there looking at us. He's like, burp, burp, burp.
Breaking news, everybody.
There's a single bird in the tree
tree
that you just referenced looking down on us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he's...
And the likelihood of coming out into this backyard at any given point, nearly any given day,
no.
there would be
Do you
a
see
bird
any
in the
other
tree.
birds in the trees around us? No, there's that bird.
He keeps talking too. He wants to be on the episode.
Come here. It's significant.
So, flashback. I'm sure you can remember everything from that day. What are some memories that stand out to you?
Well,
it doesn't have to be like just real, like flash. What's flashing in your mind from that day?
the immediate thing is coming out of the house and seeing you there. That was like,
that was wonderful.
Oh, it made me so happy. The way you looked at me. Oh, it was nice.
What else?
Anything? It's how much work you did. Like there's a funny story too, but it's endearing. But how much work you did, because I was like, we've talked about before. I'm getting nervous talking about it now, about, how I get a little nervous about commitment.
Sometimes.
So do you. Anyways, I definitely wanted to marry you, and I'm super happy we did, but I was a little nervous. And so, they make funny jokes about, well, if the guys plan the wedding, it'll be this, and that's why it's up to the girls. I'm like, not in this case. You nailed it. You did so much work. It was so beautiful. You did so much. It was so cool. It was so cool. I'm like, you planned all this to marry me?
I've been waiting a long time.
It was sweet.
Yeah.
It was pretty amazing.
It was a good day.
One of the funny things was not unlike now, at that point in time, when I tend to get a little stressed, I tend to put on weight. So I had some extra weight that I'd been developing, unfortunately.
As did I.
So to try and conceal that for the wedding day, I had on 2 fat tucker inners. I had one that was like a body that was from just under your butt up, and it also tried to pop your boobs, because good news is when you got some oompa-loompa, you got some boobs to go with it. So brought those babies up. I didn't know what to call it. I was trying to give it something that sounded nice. And then I brought a second one that was just for the stomach to go over it. I was really trying to suck it in, because the dress was you're always supposed to lose weight for your marriage, when you get married, for your wedding. And I did the opposite. And so I'm like, you're not supposed to see that feature. The dress kind of hit. So I did that just because I didn't want to feel, you want to feel pretty. I wanted you to give me the look that you gave. And it was probably because I had 2 corsets sucking me in. Are we recording? We're good. Okay. So I had got ready and was finishing at your mom's house where the girls were. And we all came over here because you were here. And so I went and did, had my hair done and my makeup, which was a disaster. Oh my God. Should I say my makeup real fast? My makeup was done. I will not say by who. I can't remember her name anyways, by a very nice pregnant girl who was very emotional. And she was crying because she was so moved by doing the wedding makeup. She was just emotional. And then I saw them, she brought the mirror out, and then I saw my face. And I was like, oh my God. And the only thing I could do was say, I love it. And then she's like, do you? And then she was crying more, and she hugged me a whole bunch. It was a very neat thing. And I gave her a big tip. And I was panicking. So I'm like, do I have enough time to wash my face and do my makeup real quick? Because it was bad. And I walked in the door, and the girls were like, you look... They stopped because I'm like, I know. I don't know what happened. I don't know if the lighting was off. She couldn't see through the tears in her eyes, but my makeup was bad.
Pregnant brain.
So yeah, so I had to wash off my clown cakes, and just, there wasn't a lot of makeup on that day, but that's okay. Anyways, so on the way here, we were driving the stick shift, which is it is the ultimate car to learn how to drive a standard on, because if you can drive in that car, you can drive any standard. It is touchy. It is really touchy, and it has got an on first gear. Gwen was just learning with that. She was struggling
5 years
with
ago,
that.
she would have been barely 16.
Yeah.
I don't even think she was 16.
So it was.
She was probably 15 with her permit.
And she did a great job.
Yeah.
So the fun part is she had to drive me, because upon discovery of my double corset, when I tried to sit in the car, my body didn't bend upright. So we had to lay the seat down. So I'm laid back in the car, and she's shaking that baby all the way here. I'm like, you got this. I'm laughing. Poor thing was stressed out. She's like, oh my God. I'm like, no, you got it. You got it. So it was funny, but she got me here and helped me out of the car so I could go back to my vampire upright position, and as long as I didn't sit down, we were good. There was no bend. So that's a fond memory for me. What about you?
I remember getting things ready after you left. I remember trying to run around and get everything ready and get everything squared away. And I had my good friends that my super long time friends from 30 plus years ago. They did all the food. They smoked meat and got all the barbecue and everything like that taken care of. And
it was delicious.
it was super good.
So good.
So then it was like trying to coordinate when they were going to get here and what we were going to do in the meantime. And there's so many little things that stand out, like just those flashes of memories from that day. A lot of it, honestly, is a blur, right? I don't have a lot of real concrete, like structured outline of
You
I
thought
woke
I was
up this
beautiful.
morning. And I do remember watching you walk down our aisle. I could look over at it now. It's funny. It's got some dandelions and some weeds, and
I like wildflowers.
I do too. But yeah, I remember that part very clearly. I remember seeing you very clearly. And then like everything else just kind of stopped. I just remember watching you and seeing you. I have no idea what they said. I remember like fumbling through my vows and not getting them out the way I wanted and all sorts of different stuff. But it was a beautiful day. It's a very fond memory, and I'm really glad that we got married here at our house. I think it's cool. It makes me
too.
happy. I think it's a neat thing. It's a good memory. I think sometimes I don't forget it that we got married here at the house, but sometimes, because I'm out in the backyard a lot, we spend a lot of time in our backyard, but I don't often remember or sit and think about, oh yeah, that's the spot we got married there. So maybe we need to do that more often. It's okay. It's not a bad thing.
Well, I just like see the bird's all. He's like, remember. It's the Mufasa bird. Remember.
So one of the things that Stephanie and I did this morning when we woke up, because it is our anniversary, we have a very huge, amazing anniversary celebration planned in June.
Maybe.
So we're
It's
still
a maybe now.
Well, we're crossing our fingers and hoping and praying that it happens.
Tickets are bought. Everything's booked.
Everything's booked.
Maybe.
Yeah, there's lots of things that have been paid for. Airline tickets, and the only thing that hasn't been purchased yet was a rental car. So I'm holding out on that. We're not reserving our rental car quite yet. But in the event that happens, that's great. But since we are here and that we are home, we're making the most of it. Really, just it's a regular day for us, but it's so beautiful and it's so nice to just be with each other today. But this morning when we woke up, I asked Stephanie for something as far as a gift, because we're not getting each other gifts because our big gift is planned in June that cost us several $1,000s. And what did you think it was going to cost, dear, to go to Washington for a week? You thought that was going to be free? We're going to 2 concerts.
No, I didn't think it was going to be free, but I didn't think several $1,000s
it's
either.
It's not several thousand. It's not several thousand. I over-exaggerated for the podcast listeners.
Okay, because my over-exaggeration just like came up in my throat.
Well, regardless, we're getting it all back because we're probably not going to be able to go.
No, that's not what they do. They just reschedule, and we can't reschedule.
Anyways.
Yes.
I woke up this morning. We're not getting each other presents, so I had something that popped into my mind right off the bat, very first thing this morning, and I asked for something. And so we've been trying to do this all day long. And now we're going to do it on the podcast, and I'm going to challenge you, babe, to do it on the podcast.
On the podcast.
Yeah.
We've been doing a good job today.
Some more than others. So what the request?
I think yours should be that you're humble. My eyes are rolling.
I'm very humble. I'm a humble motherfucker. What the request was, rather than spend the day, and it's not a bad thing, but rather than spend the day just telling each other how much we love each other and giving each other compliments.
Is that what's up?
Well, it's not bad, but we do that a lot. I wanted to spend the day hearing Stephanie, hearing how much you love yourself and how much you... I wanted to spend the day hearing... essentially just how amazing you are through your own eyes. Because that's a real gift for me. So basically that's what I asked for. In a sense was, tell me all day long the things that you're proud of about yourself and the things that you're good at and the things that basically you love about yourself. So that's what we've been doing with each other all day. And why are you shaking your head, babe? They can't see
How
that.
can you expect me to say anything about myself when you're you? Like, I've done it just because you asked, but
Well, it
like
was the
that's how
present I
wonderful
wanted.
you are. Like that's what you said, but like that's like you're that guy. You're
So-
that guy. So I just want to say how much I love you.
I love you too.
Oh my God. Okay, yes, but I've done good and you've done better.
No, that's not true.
That's what you said. You said some more than others.
So let's do it now.
Okay.
I am good at. Oh my God, now that I'm on the spot, I feel so silly. I am funny.
You are funny.
I think I already shared that one, though. I'm trying to think of stuff that I haven't said about myself today. I'm clever.
Yes.
Like my sense of humor is that of a clever, smart person. Like I'm witty. I'm
You're
smart,
very
right?
witty.
I'm not just like slapstick funny. I'm not just all fart jokes. Very rarely is there even remotely close to a fart joke.
Trying to think if I've ever heard you give a fart joke.
No. I'm very clever with my humor.
You are.
I'm also very determined, and like if there is something that I'm passionate about, or if there is something that I want, or if there is something that I think is important is probably the bigger thing, because it doesn't always just have to do with me, but like if something I feel like if something is important, then it needs to happen. And so I usually make it happen. I usually make sure that it happens. And sometimes that's for me, and sometimes that's for the people that I love. But if I think it's important, then it usually happens. Yeah. Remember, we can't quantify anything. I was about to go off on sometimes and like negate what I just said.
Oh, yeah,
But
you stop that.
no, yep, we're just going to let it stand
You're
as
so
is.
beautiful. I love you so much.
Okay, good job.
Hey, I can say that. You
You
can take
can.
that for a second. There wasn't a stipulation of you can't give the other person a compliment. So I told you already, I'm going to be a girl today and I'm going to sit here and be mushy all day and
Mhm.
just be full of love. And that's what's happened. So there.
Okay, now it's your turn.
I'm full of love. Sometimes. Okay. Okay. You know, the problem with active listening and getting caught up in the other person is that even though you're going next, you don't have adequate time to prepare your answer.
Correct.
So now I have to
Slow down.
take a minute.
Now you got to slow down.
Massage therapist.
Drop
I
in.
am a good massage therapist. There you go. You want more?
Sure.
Okay. Well, it's gonna slow down and drop in, huh? What am I good at? I'm good at slowing down.
You almost got it out.
I wanted to so bad. Okay. 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 I'm good at something. I don't like this. I don't often put my foot down and decide something hard and fast. That this is the way it will be. And I'm going to make this happen. God, now I realize it's the same as yours.
Don't
but it's
quantify it.
different. Yeah. I don't do that very often, but I feel like when I do that, it happens. I don't know. That seems 90 is something unique. I felt unique. I felt like the power of that, because I was just thinking when I decided, I'm quitting my job. I'm doing this. I'm leaving this situation. I'm going to, I just did it. Even though it was messy. Like, I don't do things pretty, but I get them done eventually. That's not a good enough one. Or is that? Does that count? Okay. Who wants it pretty? You want it with character. My accomplishments are done with character. Bam! I like that one. My accomplishments are done with character.
That is good.
That is good. There. Out. You're welcome. I think that's probably the biggest compliment I've ever gave myself.
It's a very good compliment.
Ooh. All right.
So.
I'm going to cry. Okay.
You can cry.
Oh, two birds just went playing together. So now there's two, and they were lovers.
Were they two little birds? Each by my doorstep. That's three.
Yes.
Okay.
Whispering softly.
I had something else to say. Completely squirreled by birds. Thank you.
Don't worry.
We.
Can we learn to play that song on the guitar together?
Yes.
Oh my God, that would be so fun.
Yes. We can learn that one, I'm sure.
Okay. Thank you for that. I'm sorry it took me so long, but I am ready.
I sat here just as long as you did.
But you gave. Okay, yes. We gave great answers. We are good gift givers.
Good gift givers. Well, thank you for the gift. I love listening to you talk about yourself and praise who you are.
I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, what are we doing now? What's up?
We recommitted ourselves to vulnerability and openness and honesty and truthfulness and 100% raw and real.
Yes.
Without exception, with no hesitation.
I'm going to do it.
Oh, that's great.
Are you going to do it?
No, we're going to start that next week.
Okay, cool.
No, we are doing it. We're doing it right now. Good. She just mouthed that the vodka she's drinking is helping her sore hip.
I am a spring chicken.
One of the things that we are both experiencing with said current state of the union, it's not the union, it's the world, is we're fucking anxiety-ridden bags of shit sometimes that are having such a hard time coping and managing, and so we've just been eating garbage. And when we eat garbage, our body gets inflamed at our joints and our hips and our knees and our elbows. And then we wake up in the morning and can't get out of bed.
Wake up injured. You're like, what happened?
Yeah. So it's a nightmare.
It's
We're both
okay.
experiencing that right now. But anyways.
We have to get... Never mind.
We have to get what?
I was going to say creative for our activities, but I didn't want to get too...
When it comes to sex?
I wasn't going to say that.
Yeah, we do have to get
because
creative.
I feel bad. I feel like I talk about that too much. I'm like, oh, sex. Through every podcast.
Because it's important.
It is important.
It's an important part of life. Yeah.
It is important.
It's important to us. It's important to our relationship. It's important to me as an individual.
It's important to me as an individual. It's okay if I make it a big deal because it is a big deal to me.
I have things to say in my head.
I'm sorry.
You are
Go.
distracting
I'm sorry.
me.
I hit the mic.
Okay.
Okay, go.
First and foremost, we're being open and honest and real in this conversation. And now I can't fucking remember.
Well, I'm going to wait.
Ah, God damn it. I so had a point, baby. It was so good, too. It was so pertinent. The, oh my God, this is so terrible because my brain is so squirreled right now thinking about the 15 other things that I also want to talk about.
Honesty. Showing up.
Yeah, no. Oh, in my head, when we do episodes of the podcast, we have 2 episodes that we do. We either do a funny, lighthearted, silly episode where we talk about nonsensical things, or we do a deep, emotional, raw, real episode where things are challenging and hard, and it usually leads to either tears and or fights for several days. And I feel like those
Is
are
it that bad?
No, I'm over-exaggerating
Okay.
once again for the podcast. For these people listening. These people listening really like over-exaggerating. They're big fans of that. No, but I feel like those are the 2 types of episodes that we have. And I want to be done with that.
Oh.
I don't think
Okay.
we need to limit ourselves. And I think that we can do both at the same time.
Oh.
I think we can have silly, lighthearted, fun episodes and really deep, emotional, hard episodes all at the same time.
That's my life. I do that every day.
Right?
I am funny and I am profoundly deep. So I'm glad that you're willing to jump on board the Steph train.
Bam. There's another gift for me. 2 huge compliments about yourself.
That's being sarcastic.
Well,
but yeah.
they were real.
Yeah,
They were real.
I'm glad that you're acknowledging my humor.
So I have a quick funny thing.
Let's do it.
Pause for the funny thing sound effect.
I don't know why I thought I needed to grab my phone when you did. I'm like, oh, it's on our phones. Let's look.
This is something that I have seen a lot of lately.
Okay.
Even though it's present in social media.
You told me not to look this one. You were going to bring this up. Is that not it?
That's a completely different thing.
Okay.
No, this is something that people do typically on Facebook. This is a Facebook thing. And we can all just stop doing this.
Okay.
So if you're a person that does this, you need to stop immediately. I'm sending you a cease and desist.
That's what it's called.
I
think it's a cease, not a ceased.
A cease and desist order?
I think
I'm
that's
sending
it.
you a C&D order.
But I have a hard time with taunt and topped, so I don't know.
So we all need to stop doing this. This is so fucking annoying. And I'm going to describe
What is it?
This is what this is. This is the post that somebody does where, let's say they come home from running errands.
Okay.
And the very first thing that they decide is important to do is get on Facebook and post about, and I'll read you the post. This is what the post would sound like. To the person in the checkout line that decided to push their cart so close to me that it bumped me and hurt, and then decided to cough violently without covering their mouth, and they were only 3 feet away from me, to that person, you are both rude, inconsiderate, and then they go on this huge tyrant rant about what that person is. To that person that chose to double park in the parking lot, I hope you die and you're pathetic and you need to never drive again. To the person that thinks they're more important than other people and cut me off in traffic, I mean, you name it, right?
Yeah, no, that I don't even.
So if you are about to type a post or any sort of rant and send somebody a text message or an email or your own little blog post, and it starts with, to the person, just fucking help yourself and stop, because that person is not reading it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody who is like that is reading it and think, oh my God, I'm that type of person. I need to change my behavior. All you're simply doing is signaling for somebody to give you attention and validate your whiny ass bitch voice. And you need to stop all of those things.
I agree.
So that's
I can think of several people, one in particular right now, that we know personally, not just like the extended friends list of, why am I friends with this person? I don't even know who this person is. But like people that we actually know.
Yeah.
I agree. To the person. No, I'm just kidding.
Even when you do it in a positive way.
No.
So,
I don't agree there.
Oh, wait.
You spread positivity.
No.
I am all about it.
But there's a way to spread positivity,
okay.
right?
Help me out.
So it's not to the person that bought my coffee for me in the line at Starbucks and then walked away without me knowing that you had done that. I want to thank you, and I hope that butterflies bless you with energy and presence all day long.
I'm failing to see a problem here.
Right? So
what should you do? It's not like you're like, hey, you, what's your name? I like that you like my voice.
But the person that bought you that coffee in line is not seeing that post. Right? They're not. Mm-hmm. And the person and all of us that see that post aren't suddenly thinking, oh God, I should really do that.
That's not true. I
but
think
wait,
that.
You do think that, but then what's the very next thought? So you think, oh God, I should do that. But then you think, I'm a terrible person because I don't do that. I wish I was more like that person that bought that person's, right?
Sometimes.
It's all just silliness. Don't start your fucking Facebook post with to the person.
Unless it's positive.
No.
I disagree.
It doesn't matter.
I like anything negative that you're going to post. Like, oh my God, please stop. Not that. Hold on. I take that back. Okay, I am on board with your self-gratifying, attention-seeking.
I bet you are. Go ahead. My self-gratification, I know you're on board with that.
Okay, no. Like your thought on that of the people that just want the attention. Like, I'm going to throw that out there. So for one, I can get people agreeing with me. So I feel like I'm in the right. I feel very justified in my anger. Like, shut up with your justification. I hate that. Or when you deem this violent act that you just did on this person that you have no idea why they just did what they did, that you deemed so inappropriate at the grocery store that you felt the need to go attack them and just cause this whole, like, stop. Just stop that. And if that happened and you need to talk to your friend about it, fine. Quit spreading the negativities. Quit spreading the violence. However, I don't think everything should be. I like the realness too. So what's the difference? How do you tell people that you're supposed to be real on
The
Facebook?
coolest thing just happened to me when I was at Starbucks. The person in line, who was a complete stranger, by the way, bought my coffee, and I didn't even realize it. So when I got up there, they had already paid for my coffee. I thought it was so cool. So then I paid it forward, and I bought the person's coffee behind me. How cool is that? Hashtag, go do some fucking nice shit and stop posting about your virtue signaling or your victimness that needs to be acknowledged.
I really want to give you a hard time, but you are completely right. I like that one much better. Like, I want to say, well, why don't you go to write a book and tell us all how to be humans? But you're right. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, so what would you do about the negative thing? Because you can't always, I hate the fact that everybody's like, you have to be positive. If there's a few groups that I've tried to get myself out of that have shredded people that said anything that wasn't completely optimistic. If they're like, I'm scared or I'm feeling bad, what do I need to do about this? If somebody is lost and they're asking and they're like being a person showing up and it's not, oh, they're so enlightened because everything is happy and unicorns and rainbows and they're not allowed to feel any other emotions because then they're just not enlightened enough. Like, fuck that. But they've attacked people. So I hate that. So what is how would you spin a negative thing so you're not just only posting bullshit that is setting the world up to think if you're not only experiencing happy things, you're failing as a human? Give me a spin on how to be real on social media.
I just had the most frustrating thing happen to me, and I know that there's nothing to be done about it, but I just wanted to vent a little bit. This person at the store was so rude to me, and she bumped her cart into me, and she coughed a bunch, and then she said I was a bitch, and then she took away the loaf of bread that we were both going for, and I'm just so frustrated, and nothing happened, and Walmart didn't do anything about it, and blah, I just want to vent. Quick side note, I'm sure that lady was having a terrible day. I understand that we're all trying to get through this together, and I hope that she was able to make her fucking white trash kids peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Oh my God, I like peanut butter and jelly. There may be a point of where I don't have balance on that because when, like, one of the things that Asher will tell me is when he starts to complain about somebody and he'd be like, no, they're not sad. They're not just having a bad day. Like, he will cut me off. Like, don't try and justify their actions.
He's like, they're straight asshole, Mom. That person is straight up an asshole. I don't care what kind of day they're having.
They don't have a hard time.
Straight asshole right there, Mom.
That's always my, like, well, what kind of day are they having?
Yeah, no, that's a straight asshole. You can tell because he's got his asshole shirt on.
Hey, I'm with asshole. That's tricky.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
That was my one thing that I had written down on my podcast cheat sheet.
I forgot to look at that. I knew there was a reason I was going for my phone when you did.
Are you sure you have anything written down?
I do have. I've got a whole. This is my podcast. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything?
We should share these one time.
I don't think you'll like mine as much as I like yours. Oh, I think I talked about Asher waving the dish towels. Did I do that?
No.
Oh, well, I will not check that off. Teaser.
Stay tuned for next week. Our 13-year-old boy. What did he do? Hit us with a dish towel?
Well, since you asked, I guess it's time. I don't need to look at it. I'm such a good cook. I'm such a good cook. When, what was he? Was he 6 when we moved in here? Yeah. He was 6. So these are my poor babies. I have mentioned I cook with love, not with skill, but I cook with love. I have gotten better. Wouldn't you say? I've gotten so much better. Very much so. I'm a great baker. I think I'm a great baker, but cook, like meals that you need most of the time when you're not surviving off of cookies, not the best. But I do all right. So when we have really high ceilings here. I had a vaulted living room or front room, but the rest of the ceilings were normal people size. I think this house that we live in, they were planning on giants moving in because we have freakishly high ceilings everywhere. Like even the basement is, Like, we have a really tall house, so we have really high ceilings, which allows for a little more forgiveness when you're
all of
cooking.
the acrobats that we do. All
Of the acrobats, or smoke to dissipate when you are cooking and burning food, which is funny that I sage and sometimes set them off. But I remember one of the times that I was cooking at the beginning and I burnt something, surprise. And little sweet little Asher, he's like, I know what to do. He grabs a dish towel and starts waving it. The smoke detector. But at that point, like, the smoke detector was probably 8 feet taller than him. And so he's trying to just, in preparation for the fact that the smoke detectors are going to go off, because that's what happens when Mom cooks.
That was the general rule of thumb back in the day, huh?
So that cracked me up. Did I say crapped me up?
Either way.
It cracked me up. You're not drinking, are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
Oh, yeah. I'm a little...
Well, I feel like I'm the only one having fun.
No, I'm definitely a little bit inebriated.
Inebriated. Okay, so it's funny.
It is
the
funny.
fact that a little 6-year-old knows that when Mom's cooking, you got to get ready to air out the smoke detector. He's like...
My favorite part about this is how funny you think it is.
It is
how much
funny.
you're cracking yourself up. I love it.
It's
It is
okay.
funny.
It's like, I can't change it. Am I supposed to beat myself up over it?
No.
Like,
No.
I tried. Like, the reason the kids, like, you love eggs. And,
Yes, I do.
the,
Where's this going?
the girls love your eggs. They love cook. They're not sick of eggs.
All the people in this house love when I cook eggs. Except for Asher.
And Stevie.
No, she likes when I cook it.
She doesn't.
Well, they just don't really like eggs.
My point. Because there's so many eggs that I burnt, and when you're out of eggs, I'm like, sorry, that's breakfast. And so they're like, I don't want eggs. You have no idea how many burnt eggs I've ate in my life. So they hate eggs because of me.
No.
Because I didn't always want to feed them cereal, and I did a lot. So I would try to, do the right thing and cook them eggs. And
Cook them eggs.
yeah, I've burned a lot of food. I tried so hard. I cook with love. I cook with
Perfect.
love.
There's another.
I've said that for a while. Like,
Yeah.
I cook with love.
You do.
It doesn't matter. Like, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not, but there is always love in my food.
You got a big heart, baby.
Thank you.
It's a big, big, beautiful heart.
And my now 13-year-old knows how to fan out a house that's got some burnt food.
It'll come in handy one day.
You got to teach that boy to cook. I cannot do it. That is not in my wheelhouse of expertise.
We need to do a quick side note.
Mm.
Real quick side note. We have a recommendation just in from the Energy's Love podcast.
Ooh.
Go check out the 6th and final season of Schitt's Creek. It's not streaming now on Netflix. It will be in the future, I'm sure. But if you are fans of Schitt's Creek and or have not heard Schitt's Creek,
We've talked about it.
We have in the
You
past.
should have known.
It's been a long time since we've talked about it. But I think you can get all 5 seasons on Netflix right now. And the 6th season just wrapped yesterday. We watched the series finale.
We can't spoiler alert,
It was
but
amazing.
it's pretty important to our day.
Everything about the show we love. We love all the cast and
All of them.
everything about it. So go and check it out.
Well, since we're talking about happy things on TV, can I throw one out there?
Sure.
I love Schitt's Creek. So I feel like some of the things that we go with on the type of shows, I like happy ending shows. Haha, not going there. I like shows that are feel good because I feel like there's enough crap in the world that they don't have to create it on TV. Like, if you're going to make something up, it can be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why not? Right? John, all I can hear is Bob Gazowski. John Krasinski. I got it.
Yes, John Krasinski.
Has a Some Good News YouTube channel.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that he listens to this. Can we plagiarize this enough that it'll get his attention and he'll talk about us on it?
I don't think plagiarizing, but
Not
we can
plagiarizing?
definitely talk about him.
Well, he
at
talked
length.
about copyright infringements, so
Yes.
how can I do that enough to catch his attention? Some good news on the Energy is Love podcast. Anyways, that.
Tell the people what it is, though.
It is just as it says, some good news. So what he does
But where
is
can people
instead of
find it?
on YouTube,
Okay.
on the U's of
Well,
the tube.
you were talking about television.
Oh, did I? I
Uh-huh.
did.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, fact checker over there. In an atmosphere where we're just being hit left and right with negativity and death tolls and people going crazy and negative Facebook posts. I'm sorry.
To the person that
Anyways,
took the last roll of toilet paper.
it was really rude.
I had to pull my pants
No,
up and
no.
walk out without any toilet paper.
John Krasinski is doing some amazing. I have watched. What does he got? How many does he have out now?
I think he's got 2 episodes.
Is it just
babe.
the 2? Okay, I didn't know
Yeah.
if he had like a couple more. Then I've just only seen the 2. They have both made me cry. Happy tears feel so good inside, and I love sharing that with people. And like, let's fill ourselves with some. I understand there's negativity out there, but instead of watching what the death rates are, maybe we can turn on some good news. It feels so good. It's so cool.
Right.
He's
It's
doing
fun.
such a good job. It
Yeah.
makes you happy, and it just makes you happy.
Yeah, we're all watching celebs on social media right now, and some of them aren't doing the greatest job.
Most of them.
There's a few.
I like John.
He's doing a great job.
Jim. Can I call him Jim?
You can call him Jim. I don't think he'll respond
I
or
think
react.
he will. I
Other
think he
than
will.
with a
He'd be
smirk,
like,
and then inside his brain, he's like, "Motherfucker."
oh, I hope not.
Here's another one. No, he's from The Office. He
Yes.
played Jim on The Office, and he's been in a bunch of other things. But go check it out. You can find it on YouTube. It's some good news, SGN. Just search out SGN John Krasinski, and undoubtedly you'll find the channel, and you can watch his fun little episodes that he records from his house.
And if you know him, tell him we said,
Hello.
hi.
Yeah.
Good job. Thank you for some good news. Thank you for speaking stuff. I think he speaks stuff.
He does speak
Yes.
stuff.
I like happy things.
I have breaking news for you.
More?
Yes.
What do you got?
This one you're not going to like. This is
Oh.
not some good news. This is some terrible news.
Well, off of that note, it's only appropriate.
Yeah, this
Let's
is
go.
STN.
What do you have, Craig? That's my Moira.
You do a really good Moira.
That wasn't a good one, but I do.
You do.
normally.
Moira is a word I can't say right now.
It's okay. I'm nervous about your.
She's
Bad
a
news.
character on Schitt's Creek. Stephanie does a great impression, and I have a great David impression, but typically it's not so much the voice, it's more of the mannerisms and the body language. I
Yes.
really have his body language down.
And apparently Alexis is.
You are
after me, but-
naturally
I think
have
Alexis
Alexis.
is. Alexis? What it is?
Alexis.
Alexis
You
is
naturally have
naturally-
Alexis's body language down.
Well, too bad I don't have her body. That's okay. Positivity.
I like
I don't
your
know what
body.
to say. Thank you.
I'm very grateful that you do not have her body, because then you would not look like Stephanie, who I fell in love with long ago.
Anyways, what's your bad news?
Are you ready for the bad news?
Yes.
Bernie Sanders pulled out.
Excuse me?
He's done.
Hold on. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
for
of the
president?
president. Yeah, he's
You
done.
said Bernie Sanders pulled out, and I did
know.
not think about
You went
politics.
immediately to some visual
like,
that is
well,
horrible.
good for him.
And now
Sometime-
everybody else listening has gone to that place in their brain.
You said Bernie Sanders pulled out.
did.
Everybody that's listening heard the same thing.
But I did not think of it before I said it. It just came out, which is
So-
what Bernie said
so is
when he
that-
pulled out.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, so he withdrew his. He's done.
So Joe's gonna
Joe's
get it.
Joe's
God
our
damn it, I
Democratic
really liked
nomination.
Bernie. All
So
right.
let's all cry. This is terrible.
What?
Mind you that I'm a little bit
Better than
drunk.
Trump.
I'm a little bit drunk, and I have a very sick, funny sense of humor. But let's
Yes,
all
you
cross
do.
our fingers that Joe doesn't quite make it to November. There's
But
a
then
lot
it
of,
would be Trump.
baby.
We got it. No, don't say
It's
it.
gonna be Trump anyways.
Positive. It is not going to be Trump. I'm going to positive this shit
We
out
got
of
4 more years of that man.
No, we don't. Come
Unless
on,
he
y'all.
goes. He's an idiot. He's not wearing a mask. He's not doing anything that he should be doing. Maybe he'll go too.
Oh God. Oh God.
Maybe all these millennials or these generation whatever the fuck comes after millennials are going to take over.
I don't know what's happening.
Can you imagine?
No.
Oh my God.
I really liked Biden. I'm sad. I really liked Warren too.
You liked Biden?
No. God damn it, Sanders.
Yeah.
I'm a vodka.
I'm a vodka.
No.
Isn't
Warren
that terrible
and
news?
Sanders.
Yeah, he announced it
yes.
today.
There is a lot of things I do like about Biden, but not as much as I liked about Sanders.
I don't think I like anything about Biden.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is there to like? He's an old white guy.
Bernie was way different.
No. Bernie was a younger white guy.
I don't think so.
No, I don't know. Who cares, right?
Yeah. Well, I care.
It doesn't
actually.
matter at the end of the day.
Well, it kind of does.
Not really.
It kind of does.
No.
It kind of does.
Well, what do you do?
I don't know.
I'll make some phone calls.
Okay, get on that.
We'll see what we can,
You know who we need to get making phone calls? John Krasinski. He's got some good news and people are listening.
He's got some good news and people are listening.
Yes.
I think that should be his tagline.
You're welcome.
John Krasinski here on the
All you have to do
Some
is
Good
say
News
your
Network.
names.
We've got some good news and people are listening.
If he says from Craig and Steph from the Energy is Love podcast, I will forever be satisfied.
We should make it our goal in life. Like, stop everything else that we're doing. Like, who cares about feeding the family?
I care a little bit about
yesterday we took care of the yard and we spent, like, who cares about any of
That
that?
was fun.
Self-care, it's out the window. We're done.
that. Still trying.
Our sole purpose in life should be
Yes.
to get some celebrity to mention the
No,
Energy
no,
Podcast.
not some celebrity.
I'm good with any.
I'm not.
Okay, who?
I would like John. I would like Jim from The Office.
John Krasinski.
Yes. I would
Him and
like
his
that.
beautiful wife, Emily.
Very much. That would be awesome. If they could both get on and be like, we see you. We see you. And thank you for that tagline.
We see what you're doing.
Yes, we see you. I don't even know. I would walk around with a permagrin.
Permagrin.
I was going to say permasmile, and I said permagrin.
If you are one of the 15 people that listen to this podcast and you happen to know John Krasinski, please mention to them. Go ahead.
Keep going.
Uh,
If we're going to throw some crazy stuff out there, I've got one more crazy thing. So
Okay.
finish your John.
just tell John that we love him and we're big fans and he should tune
Yes.
into the Energy is Love podcast.
Yes. Are you ready for my like, I would lose my shit and not be okay and not be able to like function?
We're getting drunker as this episode
We
goes
are,
on.
and it feels so good. My hip does not hurt at all right now. It's so
because your
great.
hips don't lie.
That was my Shakira.
Go ahead.
Brandy. No, that's not Brandy, but Brandy. Especially if we can't see her in
Oh,
June. Like,
I
what are
think
we
the
going to do?
people that listen to this
Brandy?
podcast have heard enough about our obsession with Brandy Carlisle for the time being.
I don't think they have.
We will definitely jump back on the Brandy train. We haven't left the Brandy train.
No.
Brandy, if you're listening, we haven't left your train. We're still there.
Do you know what I love about
Yep.
Brandy?
Go ahead.
So many things. But I have said, and I know I've said on the podcast, how you hear her music and it just like hits you and you love it. And then it hits you. Like there's always another period of when you hear her music. So you can listen to a song once and hear it. You can listen to a song 5 times and on that 5th time, or maybe it's 20 times. And it's like, oh, I just heard that. And it just takes you to a whole new level. I love it when I experience you hearing it on that deeper level. Because she hits so many waves. Her music is so profound. So many waves. It just pulls you from every ounce. If you haven't listened to Brandy Carlisle, go listen.
You know,
I watched you hear her song
I was just thinking
yesterday.
of something. You know what's funny?
I do. Because
I
I'm a
did.
funny person.
What's funny is the murder of these 3 dogs that live behind us, and how I'm going to string them up.
That's not funny.
You're right, it's not. But seriously, let's start a GoFundMe to get rid of these dogs.
No, maybe they just need, I don't know.
I was going to say
Anyways.
something funny. I was sitting here thinking
I burped.
that I'm not a music person, right? I love music. I love listening to music. I'm gonna articulate.
You're gonna have to, because that is a complete contradiction
No, I'm
to
gonna
the moment I
explain-
met you.
I'm going to explain later on, right?
Singing Willy Wonka shit.
Okay.
Okay.
So I like singing songs. I like all those things that take place in my life.
Mhm.
I'm a fan of
You
music.
created a playlist for our first drive. So tell me how you don't like music.
That was a very smooth move.
It was good.
I'm a smooth operator.
Yeah, you don't like
um,
music.
What I'm saying is, I'm a fan of music.
Yes.
Okay.
But you're a movie guy. Is that where you're going?
Fuck, Steph.
Sorry.
Thanks for ruining the ending.
Oh,
No, I'm
God,
teasing.
I'm sorry.
Like, you can quote lyrics from Brandy's songs.
Yes.
You can tell me what the name of that song is. You know the name of her songs, right? You probably could like tell me more than one album that she has, right? I have a hard time pulling up any of that information at all. I'm like, yeah, that's the song that I really like. What album is that from? I don't know. What's the name of that song? Dance. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck the name of that song is. Can you sing me some of the lyrics? Bibbidi boppity boo. I don't know any of the fucking lyrics from that song. But I'm a ginormous fan of hers. So I'm a ginormous fan of a lot of people when it comes to music. But for whatever reason...
I'm joking.
It's okay. I can tell that you're going to survive. To the person that decided to cough all over the microphone on the podcast. So I'm a fan of music, but I can't hold that information in my head.
It's like how you are with like directors and movies and actors, and I'm like, you're like, you know who this person is, don't you? I'm like, no.
So exactly. I think we're going to boil down, like we were watching the Schitt's Creek thing today that they did, and Cameron Crowe was on.
Yes.
And I said, hey, that's Cameron Crowe. And you're like, I know. That it just said his name underneath his, when he came on the screen, it said that it was Cameron Crowe.
Yeah, and it said he is a director.
Yeah, and I'm like, you want to know what Cameron Crowe has done? And then I rattled off like 4 of his films.
And lo and behold, I like those movies.
Right?
But I could not have named them. I thought he was an actor.
I can't tell you 4 albums that Brandy has made. The name of 4 of her albums.
Okay.
I have more than 4 of her albums saved, and I listen to them all the time. I don't know what they're fucking called.
That's cool.
So I think the moral of this little snippet is there are 2 types of people in this world.
Are there movie people and... Never mind.
Yes.
I'm not going to steal
Yeah.
it. Do it.
Go ahead.
No.
You're good, baby.
No.
You have ruined every punchline so far. I'm teasing.
I am good at ruining punchlines. That is a fact. When I try and tell a joke, I ruin it, or when you try and tell a joke, I steal it.
I think
I'm
there's
sorry.
2 people in this world. People that like movies and people that like music.
I'm definitely a music person.
You are.
It makes me feel...
You're not a movie person.
I like movies. I just like happy movies.
Exactly. Just the way that I like music. But can you tell me... Let's play a game.
Uh-oh. No.
Because we're going to flip it.
Can we give some...
No, we're not pausing for more alcohol.
Well, that's not what I was going to ask, but that's a good idea. Can I get some leeway and some understanding that I'm going to fail this test?
Yes, are you ready?
Because of my vodka brain?
We're going to play a game.
Okay.
I'm going to name a director. Okay? I'm going to name a director.
Okay.
And you're going to name...
Just say 1. No, just say 1. Just say 1, because I can't think of this.
2 movies.
Okay.
And we're going to go...
Please say Cameron Crowe, because that was the most recent conversation.
We're going to go easy and then not so easy.
Oh, okay.
And then we're going to go really hard.
Oh, fuck.
Just like the way you like it. Are you ready?
No.
So the first director is Steven Spielberg.
Oh, Beverly Hills 90210. E.T. and that's okay. 2's good enough. He totally did Beverly Hills 90210 because his daughter Tori was on it.
This is the best moment of my life.
I just won.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You said Steven Spielberg. I was supposed to pick things he directed.
How in the fuck did he direct Beverly Hills 90210?
He owns that. And his daughter Tori, spelling last name, was cast in that.
How?
I won. I fucking won. What else you got? I got this shit.
This is the best moment on the podcast. Baby.
Did I miss the point of the game?
Steven Spielberg.
Oh, God, that's Aaron Spelling. Fuck. God damn it. I don't want to play anymore.
Oh, God.
God damn it.
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
You were so certain.
I was
I got
so
this shit
happy.
down. Beverly Hills 90210, his daughter Tori was on it.
Oh my God, I even said the name and I didn't click in my brain. It both began with S and that was all I needed.
Cow.
I don't want to play.
Oh, God, we don't have to play anymore.
Can Brandy or John throw me a bone?
This
Because
was
I
the
am
best
dumb.
moment.
God.
You said it with such certainty.
I was so happy.
It's not even a fucking
Does
movie.
Steven Spielberg do E.T.?
He did. You
Okay.
got one right.
Okay, that counts. What
you
else?
did. You did great.
Okay, do me another. I got this. I'm focused now.
Oh, Jesus. Take a deep breath. Okay.
Jesus, take the wheel. Name that
Yeah.
singer.
Is that
Name
a
that
song?
artist. That. Oh my God, yes. It's a big song. It's a big one. Jesus, take the wheel.
Don't have a clue.
Carrie Underwood.
Yep. Wouldn't know it.
Who's she married to? Tom Brady.
Don't know that.
He changed teams recently.
I
Got
know
a lot
Tom
of slack
Brady.
for it.
Left and went to Florida.
Good for him.
Yep.
Do you know that he started off as not
30
three
something?
strings? Third string.
Third
That's
string?
the phrase.
Okay.
Anyways.
Everybody take a deep breath. You are so very welcome that you got to enjoy that this
I got
episode.
this. I got this. I'm focused now. Give me another one. Let's
Okay.
go.
So the next director is J.J. Abrams.
Star Wars.
Okay.
All of them.
No.
No?
Definitely not all of them.
Okay.
Considering he was probably 8 when the first one came out.
He is very talented.
But
He's a prodigy.
we'll give you Star Wars because
Okay,
he
Star
definitely
Wars.
directed a Star Wars
Phantom
film.
Menace.
Nope. You
Damn
don't have to
it.
go further. You've
Okay.
won that one. Now,
Yay.
what's the second movie that J.J. has directed?
A second one?
Yeah.
Okay, Google.
No.
Why do I have to do a second one?
Because
No.
the original
Uh-uh.
challenge was 2.
No, yeah, we're on the second.
No. The
Now
original
give me a
challenge
third
was...
director.
No.
No.
Silly goose.
You did not clarify. That is not my fault. That is yours. Third director. I am on a roll. Let's go.
Are you ready?
I've said E.T. and Star Wars.
Are you
I'm
ready?
winning. Yes.
And this one was recent that we talked about this director.
Please say Cameron Crowe.
No.
Okay, what do you
Are
got?
you ready?
Yes.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Fuck, I know this. He's not.
We recently talked about
I
this.
know.
I highlighted it and mentioned it to you.
No, I know the name. He did. Can I please Google?
Nope.
Without you looking. What is over there? Look! Our neighbors are naked.
This is why we need to do a
Our
video
neighbors
podcast.
are naked. Look! Okay, Google. Shit, I don't remember. I don't
Nothing?
remember.
Nothing?
No. You do these things. You keep this information in your brain, and my brain is like, how are we going to survive? I keep survival information, and you keep movie information.
75% of my brain is full of movie information.
So there you go. Lucky for you, I've got burning food handled. Okay, Francis Ford Coppola. No, it's a big deal. I got it. Hold on. That's Quentin.
You can phone a friend and get a hint.
Can I?
I'm your friend.
I was totally going to call you.
Don't take time to call your mom.
I was going to call you. That was going to be funny. Thanks for stealing the punchline. Who else is doing it? Give me a hint.
Are you ready?
Yes, hint. Godfather!
Yes!
Godfather!
I just had to make a motion. I just had to make a motion.
And you didn't even go all the way up.
No.
You just started like angling your hand towards your neck, and I
Yes.
knew. I have not seen Godfather.
And you knew it.
I knew it.
That's how famous of a director he
important
is.
I'm sorry that I didn't know it off the
That's
top.
okay. So now give me the equivalent of something in the music industry, whatever
Okay.
it would be.
Well, I want to give you
Like
that
you name
one
me
bit.
something, and then I have to tell you, like name me an album, and I have to tell you which artist it was.
Okay. Well, I won't go anything like Firewatcher's Daughter or Story because you'll go right off the top of your.
Those two I know, actually.
I know you do. Okay. Album, huh?
They're Brandy Carlisle, by the way.
Oh, look at that. Okay. Okay.
And it doesn't have to be the album.
Okay.
You can do whatever. Just something that's the
God.
equivalent.
Do you know what I am not good at? That touched me. I'm
About-
not good at being put on the spot because I have to. Okay, here's one that was recent.
Okay. It doesn't have to be
What
recent.
is the band
Okay.
that?
A band. Okay.
That sang "Smoke on the Water"?
Ooh, you fucking told me this too.
I did recent.
So the reason this is pertinent to our current juncture in life is because we're learning the guitar,
Yes.
and we both play this. Well, I play this I don't play this nonstop anymore. I played it anyways. We both play this on the guitar.
You're stalling.
Fuck! I am stalling. Song is "Smoke on the Water," sung by. Ooh, fuck! I'm close.
You are.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Here we go.
Yes.
Purple Haze.
No.
Fuck!
But you were close.
It's purple something.
It's actually something purple.
What is it?
Think about naughty.
Just tell me.
Deep purple.
Fuck.
Goes deep.
I think Purple Haze is a Jimi Hendrix song.
Yes, it is.
Oh. The wolf confirms.
So should we play on the word? Should we
So,
do a word play?
2 more.
Okay, Purple Rain.
That's easy.
Okay, it's because I did word play. Okay, hold on.
That's
hold
Prince.
on. Okay, yes it is. But you don't even like Prince.
I don't.
So let's see. what
All
else we got.
7 and we'll watch them fall. We'll stand in the way of love.
Okay, stop. Okay, all I want to do is make love to you.
Is that a song?
Yes.
That's a song title.
All I want to do.
Am I trying to get the artist?
Yes. All I want to do.
All I want to do.
Actually, that could be another song, so don't do that one. So all I want to do is make love to you. Do the whole thing. I think it actually might be Make Love to You.
Am I singing the song? What is
No.
the
You're
purpose
going to
of
say what
this?
the artist is.
Okay.
You made me, like, luckily, I'm not, like, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All I want to do is make love to you. Can I get a hint? Because I've got nothing in that
I
bank.
love you. With all my heart. I love you with all my heart.
That's the hint?
That's the hint.
I love you. That's not a hint.
Oh, believe me, it is.
I love you with all of my heart.
Uh-huh.
All I want to do is make love to you. I love you with all my heart.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm thinking of, the only thing that's coming to mind is My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion.
Yeah, that's a good play, but that's not it.
Okay. I got nothing, babe.
Heart. It was a good hint.
Okay. Here's number 3.
Love in an elevator.
You're going to have to speak English for this clue.
Love in an elevator.
Love in an elevator.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to sing it?
No, I'm just going to dance.
Love in an elevator.
Uh-huh.
I literally have no recollection of even hearing this song.
Really?
Have I heard this song?
I don't know how you could not.
They have to be songs that I've heard.
Oh my God. Aerosmith.
Still.
How do you fucking Aerosmith? Steven Tyler. Oh my God.
I'm familiar with the band
Okay,
Aerosmith.
I'm sorry. Here, let's try this. Armageddon.
I'm
Can
familiar.
you make the correlation? Liv Tyler, his daughter.
I'm familiar with Aerosmith.
Okay, are you sure?
Name me an Aerosmith song that's fucking famous, not Love in an Elevator.
That's a famous song.
No.
Yep.
No.
Okay, give me an Aerosmith song.
I knew you were going to ask me that, and I was thinking.
You don't got
hold
anything,
on,
do you?
Hold on. I can't.
Don't want to miss a thing.
Hold on.
I don't want to close my eyes.
I can't name the title of that song.
I don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, baby.
And I don't want to miss a thing. Is that the name of that song?
I think so.
Yay!
Yay, look at you. You nailed it.
I'm so good at
So
stuff.
look at us. Do you know what? If we are ever in the Amazing Race and it is movie trivia and music trivia, you and I, we got this.
We do. We're going to
this.
be squared away.
But I can't say Amazing Race because you were going to do that with your mom.
I love
What
your
can we
squirrel
do?
brain.
What can we do? It is life. We fucking win at life.
Jeopardy.
Um,
Couples Jeopardy.
I think I say way too often, if that was a Jeopardy question, I would have lost. So I'm going to say I'm no for Jeopardy. You can go on Jeopardy with your mom.
Couples Jeopardy would be so funny.
Baby, I'm
That's
your handicap.
an SNL sketch.
Yeah, it would be an SNL sketch because I am useless on Jeopardy.
Like couples
You want to play Wheel of Fortune?
Couples
I can
Therapy
do that.
Jeopardy.
Couples
Therapy
Therapy Jeopardy?
So then you've got this. I'm pitching this to SNL.
Let's do it.
Lauren Michaels, you are more than welcome to take
Who's
this and just
Lorne
credit.
Michaels?
He's the fucking creator of SNL.
Oh, okay, so big deal. Yay!
Yeah, he's a big deal. Okay. Who's Lauren Michaels? Jesus Christ. Let's start over. SNL is a sketch comedy show
I know,
that started back in the
SNL.
70s. Anyways,
Stewart's
couples.
on it, right? That was a joke. That
It's
was
a
a
good
joke. That was
It's a good joke.
joke.
You're funny. You should go on SNL.
I know.
Couples Therapy
That is a
Jeopardy.
fact. I
So,
should go on SNL.
Hold on, let me
I'm
explain
funny.
the sketch.
Okay.
Couples Therapy Jeopardy. You have couples that are in therapy come on Jeopardy.
Yes.
And you can see it already, right?
I can
Where
actually.
It's just
It's
a
really
straight up
good.
normal Jeopardy show.
It's really good. I hope they use this.
And then the couples are like, they have to ding in, and then they argue about the answer, and then there's like, fuck, Susie, every fucking time we fucking watch this show at home, and you can't even fucking listen to me then. She's like, I'd listen to you if you'd fucking do the dishes like I tell you to. It's
That's
really,
the
really
role?
good.
That's the role Susie played? Oh, let's do this.
We have to go.
What? No.
Yeah, the episode's over.
No, it's not. I'm having too much
I
fun.
know, but we have to go make food. We have to feed the family.
I don't think I'm not hungry.
I
He's
love you.
fine. No, I don't want to go yet.
Baby, we got to.
Okay.
It's been a wonderful episode of the
It has
podcast,
been.
episode 188. We'll figure out the
All
name
I
of this
want to do is
episode.
make love to you. I
don't
love
think
you with
that's-
all my heart. That's not a good hint.
Thank you
You're welcome.
for everything that you are and everything that you do, my love.
Oh, thank you.
And you're
baby.
incredible.
I love you.
Have a good day, wonderful people.
Who wants it pretty? You want it with character. My accomplishments are done with character.
don't
Bam! I like that one.
I'm a humble motherfucker.
I am a spring chicken.
I'm not just all fart jokes.
I am funny and I am profoundly deep, so I'm glad that you're willing to jump on board the Steph train.